Hi there, Jasmine here with your July Denver Metro housing market update. And this month we continued our gradual move towards balance. We saw 13,622 active listings and 15 weeks of inventory, which is still shy of the 20 to 24 weeks typically considered a fully balanced market, but it is a significant shift from the extreme seller's market conditions of recent years. Compared to July 2024, new listings were up 3%, pending sales increased 6%, and homes spent a median of 26 days in the MLS, which is 9 days longer than last year. The close to original list price ratio came in at 97.3%, meaning that the majority of sellers did not receive their full asking price. Closed transactions dipped 2% year over year, indicating that while buyers are active, they are also more value conscious. The median close price was $590,000, down just 2% from a year ago. So while that is a decrease, it's also not a huge dip or the crash that some buyers, have been waiting on. But here's an interesting data point, at least for people who love statistics like myself. While the median was 590,000, the average was 696,000. So this is an opportunity to remind about the difference between median and average. Median represents the middle point of all sales and is less affected by very low or very high outliers, making it a reliable indicator of the typical sale. Average, on the other hand, is the total dollar volume divided by the number of sales and can be skewed by a small number of higher priced transactions. In other words, while some higher end sales are keeping the average price elevated, the median reflects a slight softening in the market for most buyers and sellers. So keep this in mind when you are listening to other market updates or numbers being thrown around, because it really does matter. For month-over-month summary, we observed a cooling, which I think can be attributed at least in part to our pretty typical seasonal trends. New listings declined 7%, pending sales were down 1%, and closed sales fell 7% from June. Prices also adjusted, with the median down 3% from the prior month. Homes spent an average of 41 days in the MLS, up 7 days from June, reinforcing that buyers have more time to make decisions. So what does all of this mean for you? For buyers, this market offers more breathing room than we've seen in several years. With 15 weeks of inventory, a median of 26 days on market, and sellers accepting an average of that 97% of their original asking price, you have more leverage and less competition. If you've been waiting for the perfect time, know that conditions can shift quickly, and interest rates or inventory levels may not stay in your favor for long. And if you are a potential buyer and want to know more about what I mean about interest rates currently being in your favor when it is actually the thing that has actually kept you on the fence, shoot me a message. I would love to talk more about this. Bottom line is, it may be time to get off the fence and make your move while you can negotiate terms that work for you. Okay, sellers. Strong demand still exists, but it is no longer enough to overcome overpricing or a lackluster presentation. With the median price down slightly from last year and more homes for buyers to choose from, it is essential to price strategically from the start, to prepare your property thoroughly, and to work with a professional who can position it competitively in today's more balanced environment. Whether you're buying or selling, the market is shifting in ways that create both risk and opportunity. The key is knowing how to navigate it, and that's where I can help. If you're ready to explore your options, to understand your home's true market value, or to put together a buying strategy, let's connect and start planning your next move.